Why is modern art so different from the art that came before it? Here is a more traditional picture, representing its subject convincingly and accurately. Why did artists, starting about a century ago, revolt against this tradition? Why do modern artists so often distort the colors and shapes of the world as we ordinarily see it? Why do they abandon representation entirely and turn to pure abstraction? Why do they keep trying to redefine what art itself is? What accounts for this mood of restlessness, experiment, constant change? This program explores such major questions about the art of the last 100 years. It is an art that excites some, confuses others, and leaves almost no one indifferent. Paris, in the last half of the 19th century. Rich, sophisticated, the cultural center of Europe. Here, a few independent painters seem to threaten the very foundations of French art. A critic wrote of one of them,
"With some distaste, I must mention the peculiar paintings of Monsieur Monet. It is awkward to discuss them, but one cannot pass them by in silence. Some people think it would be enough to dismiss them with a laugh. That is a mistake. Monet has admirers, even followers. He has the distinction of being a danger."
Monet's painting did look dangerous to people who were used to pictures like this. This was painted by the most respected artist in France, Jean-Auguste Dominique Ingres, whose style was careful, restrained, and elegant. At least by comparison, Monet's work seemed crude, stiff, flat. And what made matters worse, he meant them to look that way.
There is only one truth. Instantly paint what you see. When you've got it, you've got it. All the rest is humbug.
Monet sought the truth of the instant. No smooth outlines, no graceful poses, no delicate transitions from light to dark. Instead, a sudden brief glimpse of plain reality, painted directly and at top speed. Yet Monet never meant to be a revolutionary. He loved the old masters like Raphael. He took this classical scene, for instance, and made it the basis of one of his own compositions. But he had to do it his way, placing the scene in his own time. People were outraged, feeling the subject was immoral, and the treatment of it coarse. Obviously, Monet was more interested in creating sharp contrasts of tone and color than he was in presenting a convincing illusion of people in a forest. Monet was turning away from the traditional idea of art as an illustration of something, and toward a new definition of art as something to be looked at entirely for its own sake.